Hey girlfriends, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing the high ponytail with the swoop. Yes, I'm super excited to be putting this ponytail in my head. I've been dying to do this hairstyle for a few months now, so here we are finally. Anyways, this video will be a bit rushed because I have a housewarming to get to and I have to do my sister's hair and pick up her gift before I get there. So there we go. But I'm going to make sure I go over all the details with you guys. I will not leave anything out, okay? First off, we're going to go over everything that we will be using today. I purchased the purple pack hair. This was the cheapest hair I could find with good quality, so it was $32 a pack. I got the color 1 and 14 inches, so you will need 2 packs of this hair in 14 inches. I meant to get 2 1Bs, but I accidentally picked up a 1. That's why it's a 1 and a 1B. You can use whatever brand hair you feel comfortable with. For me, I wanted mine to look super expensive looking and flowy, so I went ahead and I just spent the $30, well the $60 total on this hair for this ponytail. Hopefully it'll last some time. Hopefully I can just tuck it away and pull it back out whenever I want a ponytail. I'm praying, fingers crossed. All right girl, so that's for the hair. For the products, we're going to be using hairspray. You can use whatever hairspray of your choice. I'm using the Got to Be Glued hairspray. I love this stuff. You'll need some gel, black gel, not the Eco Styling gel, because Eco Styling gel, if you're natural, it just makes your hair curl up. So I'm using this, girl. All right, and you'll also need some Maury's Beeswax, girl. We taking it back. We taking it back today, y'all. Lucky I don't have the spritz, sis. Like, yeah, you'll need some Maury's Beeswax, okay? I'm using the black because I have black hair, because I don't want anything flaking up. And if it does flake up, I'd much rather it just be a black flake than a white flake, if that makes sense. All right, you'll also need some oil sheen. I just picked up this random oil sheen from the store. I don't know what it is. I usually don't use oil sheen, but for sleek ponytails, I like to use oil sheen. So I just picked up some random oil sheen. You can use whatever oil sheen you like. Again, everything's optional. Just use what works best for you and your hair. You'll need some glue, some track glue, girl, and bobby pins. I am finally done straightening my hair. So again, it's not bone straight because I don't want it to be bone straight. So now I just want to map out how I want my bangs. All right, so I did the L part, as you can see, and I'm just gonna pull everything back into a ponytail just to get it out of the way. All right, so I'm pretty much just following the L part to grab some leave out. All right, so right here is everything I'm going to use to cover up the track. Yeah, and I'm gonna comb all of this up into like a little loose ponytail just while I smack the gel on it and get everything situated. So I'm gonna pull that up. All right, so I'm gonna take some beeswax, and if you have long nails, this, you know what to do. You scoop from under like that, and I'm just gonna apply that to my head. All right, so I think I got most of the edges slick. Now I'm just gonna focus it on the middle, kind of where my hair ends, because my whole hair, all of my hair does not meet up into ponytails, especially when I do them high. It starts to bush up right around the ponytail, so I'm gonna make sure I put extra beeswax around that part just to keep it straight and slicked all the way up into the ponytail. So I'll comb it up into the ponytail first just to get it on every strand of my hair, and then you want to take your brush and brush it up into the pony, and you can see how sleek it already looks. Yeah, this is where I want it, so I got to go through and comb it again because it just wasn't in the position that I wanted it to be in. And the comb is better than the brush too when you're like just getting it into the ponytail, because it tackles the flyaways and all of that other stuff. Now that that's all molded up, I'm gonna take a hair tie. I'm just gonna loosely put it on. Just make sure everything is laying right. Add more beeswax if needed, but this is the mold I want and this is the position I need the hair to stay in. So I'm just gonna take some more beeswax and just massage that through some areas that I think needs it the most. I'm gonna just brush that back up. Make sure it's slick. Now that that little side is slick, I'm gonna spray some Got to Be Glue on it, and not too much because I don't want it to turn white or anything, but I do want it to hold into place. So there's that. And this section right here, you want to make sure it's extra hard because this is the section where you're going to be gluing your track onto. So we're going to glue the track onto this section right here. So I'm going to spray extra right there. So I'm going to spray extra right there just to make sure it's super hard for when I put the ponytail on. Alright, and we're going to continue to do that throughout the head. So I'm putting more beeswax here. This is where most of your shine is going to come from, the beeswax. The sleekness look is going to come mostly from the beeswax itself. And then you lock it with the Got to Be Glued spray. Alright, so now we get to brush it again. So now you can see everything is pretty much holding into place already. And I just like to spray a little extra around the ponytail itself. And now we're gonna stick this back up into the ponytail. And guys, this is where we're going to use the gel. So I'm just going to smack some gel. And this is just to make a shell for the hair glue to stick to when you glue the track down. And I'm only putting it on the area where I'm going to be gluing the track. And guys, after you put the gel on, you could use a blow dryer or sit under a dryer to let that section dry. But I looked everywhere for my hair dryer and I cannot find it. I don't know if I let somebody use it or what. So I'm just gonna handy dandy do the this handheld fan. And this stuff dries pretty quick because it's not so much gel. Just a little bit, just to still a small amount. It's actually drying up pretty fast. So I'm probably gonna do this for about 2 minutes and sip some tea. Some adult tea. Alright, so when you're using the hair, make sure you put this side, you know, the little side with the flyaways. I'm gonna fold it over so you guys can see. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see those little flyaways? You want to make sure that side with the flyaways are laying on your head. So make sure you have it on the correct angle because you don't want little tiny flyaways poking up at the roots. That is not okay. And it's like nothing you could do to lay those down. I don't care how much gel you use, girl. And I'm just gonna lay that on here. This side is a little long, so I'm gonna try to do it on camera. We'll see. I can't do it on camera, guys, but y'all know how to lay. Y'all know how to lay glue on hair though, right? Take that piece and I'm just gonna lay it across my head like that. And this will be a lot better if you had a blow dryer, guys, so keep that in mind as well. And I'm just gonna curve that, and then it's gonna end right behind the ponytail like that. And guys, when you're gluing the track, you want to make sure you swoop it. You see how I swoop my part and it makes like that L shape? You want it to swoop because then it forces the hair to fall how you want it to fall. That way you don't have to force and put so much hairspray trying to keep this swoop shape. And guys, you can see how it's starting to do like that invisible part kind of method. So if you want, you don't even need to leave a leave out. I like to do a leave out because it just makes everything look more natural. But if you want, you could even just glue the track real close together. That way you don't need leave out. And that's why I only did such a little bit amount, just to close it up, just to seal it. And guys, if you try this at home, definitely tag me. My IG is at Lanae Monique. I would love to see how your hair came out. So definitely tag me in your post if you do try this hairstyle at home. It's funny, that's what I was telling my sister. I'm like, girl, you need to learn how to do at least one hairstyle. It's just good to have at least one hairstyle that you could do on yourself, like that one go-to hair that you could do, just in case all else fails. it started raining, so I no longer have like my sunlight quality, but hopefully the video is still good. Now I'm just gonna wrap this hair around, and again I'm gonna use the color 1 first, and then I'm gonna wrap the 1B around the 1. I hate bobby pins. I try to use as less bobby pins as possible, so I just like to take a little piece of the track and I just wrap that around my hair first like that, just to secure it and hold everything into place, including my little ponytail with my real hair. And then I just start to wrap from there. Okay, and now that it's secured, I'm almost doing the invisible ponytail method, but not really, because this ponytail is meant to be short, so I didn't want to start at the end of the ponytail. So I basically secured it, and I'm just wrapping from the middle and working my way up to the root of the ponytail. And again, I'm wrapping with the color 1 first, and once that's gone, I'm going to go in with the color 1B, just because that matches the color of my natural hair. So I'm just going to let you guys watch, and I'll be back towards the end of the video once I'm styling it and everything. Okay, and when I get to the ends of the track, I like to take a thin little tiny piece of the hair just to wrap it around the ponytail base to secure the track. And I do that before I start wrapping, and I do that after I'm done wrapping. And I'm going to do that same thing again now that I'm going in with the color 1B. I'm going to take a thin piece of hair and I'm going to wrap that around the ponytail just so nothing slips and slides, you know, because I like to swing my ponytails a lot, girl. Hey girlfriends, I am back. I know that was quick, but whatever. So this hair does look different because it is different. I don't know what happened to the end of that last clip, girl, but it just disappeared on me. So thank God I love this hairstyle so much that I did it again, and I just recorded the end for you guys so you can see how I styled it. Right now I'm just blending my natural hair in with the weave, and you can see that's why I left a small amount of leave out. You don't need too much. You just need something to just seam it and just to close it up a bit. So now I'm just going to run my hair straighteners over that and brush it into place. And now I'm going to style my bangs. And when you're styling your bangs, you want to make sure you do it after your ponytail. You do not want those bangs inside of that ponytail, girl, because they get messy. And if your bangs get messy, you would have to take the whole thing down just to lay down some flyaways, and we don't want that. So make sure you do your bangs last, and I just swoop it over, and then I just use bobby pins to clip it to the back. It's not attached to my ponytail at all, and you can't even see it once the ponytail falls back because the ponytail is so thick. So if you want to keep this in for a few days or a week or so, make sure you do those bangs last and do not attach it to the ponytail, or you have to take the whole thing down just to style your bangs. And now I'm just closing up the track and covering up those track pieces, and once I'm done wrapping, I'm going to spray it with some Got to Be Glued. I bet the only time I use the bobby pin for this look is to just hold the bangs up, just to hold the swoop up. So yeah, that Got to Be Glued pretty much does a good job holding that ponytail into place without those bobby pins like poking you in the scalp. So now I'm just going to give this a blunt cut because that's how Saweetie wore hers, and I was really going for that look when I did this ponytail. And once I do that, I'm going to just take my hair straighteners and give it a quick bump under. You can also flip them out if you want. I like both hairstyles, but for this one, I just wanted to flip it under. I didn't want to be too extra today. Just wanted to be subtle. So this ponytail was my life. I wore this ponytail all summer. I did it up, I did it down, and I just went back and forth with those two styles. But this swoop is my look. It's for me. I love this swoop. So if you guys want to see how I did the other ponytails, leave a comment below. I'll be happy to show you guys how I did that. So right now I am just doing my little edges and my baby hairs with some gel. So I'm going to just put some gel on that and mold it into the position I want my little edges to fall in. And once I'm done with that, I'm going to spray some Got to Be Glued on my finger and just run that over my edges, just because I don't like to spray the Got to Be Glue on my forehead because it starts to get flaky. So I just spray it on my fingers and then I run my fingers over the little baby hairs itself. And guys, I really hope you try this hairstyle at home. It was super easy. Even if you can't do hair, you should give this a try. I really hope this video was helpful. And I want to thank you guys again for tuning in. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my channel. I love you. Bye.